I'm Jen and welcome to my studio. And today I wanted to do a little technique talk because this is something that's been coming up with my classes and my companies a lot, and it's posture. So I know when you're in ballet or jazz, or even like if you're an instrumentalist and you go to orchestra class or band class, they tell you always stand super straight, always sit up super straight, and be like super centered and straight back and straight lines and held. Yeah, that ain't tap dance. Like, that is absolutely the opposite of tap dance. There are 3 pieces to remember when it comes to like tap dance posture. And most of them go completely against proper posture for like sitting at your computer. I mean, yes, it's important to have our backs straight. That is absolutely important. It is important to have yourself in like a nice carried, not hunched over, not really like hurting yourself kind of posture. But there is a relaxed looseness that you need to have in order to do tap dance comfortably. It's not just properly, it's also comfortably. The best way to tap is comfortable and relaxed. Certain steps do require some tension. Nerve taps, for example, definitely requires tension. But if you have too much tension in your legs, in your knees, in your ankles, you're really gonna have trouble getting some of the faster movements out. Like, I cannot imagine having tension in my ankles and being able to do a pullback. That just doesn't make sense. So relax and have like a little bit of looseness to your posture. It's gotta be like ready to go, not, okay, I am ready to do the thing. I do ballet. I know I look like I don't, but like when you're in ballet, you're ready, you're standing up straight, you are held. I have so much tension in my arms, my back, all the muscles are like working. I'll never forget, my husband, Sean, saw a ballet class at my studio that I was teaching at, and he watched the girls do like a petite battement, right? And he's watching them sit there and do petite battement. Don't judge me. And he's like, they're not doing anything. Like, I thought ballet was hard. They're like barely doing anything. And then I tell him, look a little closer, just a little closer. And he looks and he's like, oh my God, they're sweaty. Like, they're dripping in sweat. They're like heavy breathing. Like, what's going on? It doesn't look like they're doing anything. And I said, that's because you're not seeing the work, and that's the point. You're not supposed to see the work with the ballet dancer. You're supposed to see the grace, the beauty, but please understand that every single one of those muscles is tight. It is working, it is carrying them. To do some little movement as a petite battement, the arms are tense, the abs are tense, the back is tense. Enough about ballet. Tap dance, please do not have tension anywhere. Yes, your muscles are gonna work. Cool, sorry, random truck outside. Yes, your muscles are gonna work. Yes, they have to carry you. The quadricep is gonna be tense. The quadricep is doing a lot because you're balancing on it. But the ankles, the hips, the knees, the arms, the back, let it be loose. I always have this issue with like cheerleaders, ballet dancers, people that come from other styles and other sports where they have to be very tense. They struggle with certain tap moves because like their hips are so used to being aligned that I'm like, no, let it go. You've got to do like, I missed. Great, awesome. So like I'm like on camera and I'm like, to double shuffle. Oh, I missed. Sorry. You've got to have a loose hip, a loose ankle, a loose knee joint in order to get both of those sounds and control them. You still have to have enough tension to control what your foot is doing, to control what your leg is doing, but it's got to be loose enough to where it's not, you know, like you don't want to have to move too much. You want it to be the ankle relaxedly doing it. Is that a word? Relaxedly? Relaxingly? But yeah, so number one principle, relax. Do not have tension. Be loose. Because you've got to have the freedom to do the movement. That's the difference. I should have started with that. You've got to have the freedom to do the movement. You've got to give your body the freedom to be able to do it. Number two, look like you're going to sit in a chair. I always joke in my class that the most unflattering posture is a tap dancer from the side. Because we have to be in this position where it's like you are ready to go. You are in pop position. A lot of tap dancers call this pop position. Let me move my pants so that you can see. My legs are bent. I'm a little bit like pitched forward just to have like a counterbalance, because you need to have that counterbalance. If you just put your legs out there and then you stand straight up, I'm kind of like not balanced enough to do anything from here. You kind of have to stick the booty that way and counterbalance over the legs. So the second principle to the posture is the counterbalance. So we've got freedom, which is like being relaxed, being loose. The second one is counterbalance. And with that counterbalance comes the thing that I joke about in class. I'm like, that's why we don't see tap dancers from the side. Because this isn't cute. Like, it isn't, but this is the position that you have to be in. Because you don't see tap dancers that often from the side, because I mean, we usually just face forward or face backward when we tap. But if you really, really look, this is the position you gotta be in, which almost looks like you're about to sit in a chair, but you're not really sure where it is. And I laugh about it because it lightens the situation. I guess I'm one of those that I always have to keep it like light and funny and happy. So it lightens the situation, but in reality, booty goes that way a little bit, knees are bent, you're pitched forward a little bit to create counterbalance. That way, and we go back to the first principle, you have the freedom to go from leg to leg, to change your balance, to use the muscles that you need to use. So counterbalance, freedom, counterbalance. The third piece about the posture, you cannot forget about your arms. The one thing that goes with freedom and counterbalance is using the entire body. How are you going to counterbalance if your arms are not helping with that? As I switch to this leg, I put a little bit more of my weight in the upper body so that I have it evenly distributed over this foot. And then when I switch, you can see I moved my leg, so I have counterbalanced with my arms a little bit. If I switch it, it's gonna get really, really difficult because now I have too much weight on this side. Do not forget about these. I'm not talking in a choreographed kind of way. I'm talking let them help you rather than hurt you. If you're not using them, they're just dead weight. They're just laying there. They're just weighing you down. Use them to help you find that position so that you can do anything from here. I can do anything from here. Use these. It doesn't just make it look pretty or look cool. It makes it easier for you to find that counterbalance. And it also keeps your body free to do all the moves that it needs to do because you are not tense in your arms. Don't let them be too relaxed, but also don't tense them. They don't need to be super, super tense. So these are not the words I meant to use, but as I started talking, they came out and I like them so much better. So the 3 principles of posture that I now have words for that I didn't before: freedom, counterbalance, I don't have a word actually for this, using the entire body. If you think of a word for that, let me know. I'd love to make a little chart that says these things. Freedom, being loose, being relaxed, letting your body have the freedom to move the way it needs to and not be so tense. And there's nothing wrong with ballet. I love ballet. I teach ballet. I love it so much. I love the difference between ballet and tap. I love the tension. I love the hard work. But that's not tap. That way of working is not tap. In tap, you do a lot of hard work, but it's different muscles. Different muscles got to get used. And in order to allow your body to use that tiny, tiny little muscle that exists between the foot and the ankle, the rest of your leg has to be looser. It has to be relaxed. It has to be chill. So freedom, that counterbalance, super, super important. And then using the entire body. Completeness, I guess, I don't know. Help me think of a word for that. But using the whole body, not forgetting that you have shoulders that can help you counterbalance. You have arms that can help you with fluidity and relaxation and freedom. So definitely think about how your posture should be, but don't think it should be the same as every other style of dance. Or if you, like when I played the violin, back perfectly straight, or they got mad. And I'm like, but Lindsay Sterling doesn't. But you know, like, cause she's dancing at the same time. But perfectly, perfectly straight had to be. Ballet, perfectly straight. Not in tap. Gotta relax. Gotta be in a different position. There's a different counterbalance. So I hope that this helped. I know it was a little all over the place because I randomly thought of new words for it, but I really, really hope that this helped. This is stuff that I talk about in my classes all the time, and it's stuff that we don't think about that often because, you know, especially if you go from ballet to tap class, you're like, my body's in this mindset. And then you get to my class and I'm like, all right, we're gonna do yoga for a second. Like, we're gonna chill for a second because you gotta loosen up. It's gotta be free. So anyway, again, I hope this was helpful. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and join the Tap fam. I've got hopefully helpful vlogs like this and technique talks. We also have technique exercises, choreography tutorials, step tutorials, anything you want on this channel. It's all about tap dance and it's all free for you. I upload new exercises and combinations every single week, so make sure that you subscribe and check that out. But yeah, I'm trying to hit the next subscriber milestone and it would be awesome if you help me do that. So anyway, after you subscribe, do not forget to hit the thumbs up button because it tells YouTube that people not only like this channel, which I hope you do, but also that people like tap dance. And that's important for YouTube to know. So subscribe, thumbs up, relax. And as always, thank you for dancing with me.